Hello, I'm Dr. Jacob A. Chapon. I'd like to discuss with you today the epigenetics, regenerative medicine, and preventive medicine. They're all related. I've been in practice for 40 years, and I observed something that turned out to be fundamental. Brothers and sisters and relatives that shared the same DNA, essentially, turned out to be different individuals. That was a phenomenon that seemed to be quite pervasive. It was part of the human scene. And I realized at that time that there must be some other factors that makes these differences possible. Therefore, at that particular time, I felt that the idea of changes in the basic fundamental individual, perhaps the genes, were happening. I therefore developed a program that I thought would provide the positive changes in an individual's life. One corporation that I set up was called EMD, or Evaluation of Medical Diagnostics. The other was called MediFitness. EMD was designed to evaluate the basic fundamentals in the blood that were markers such as low-density hyperprotein, LDH, the high-density LDH, and high-density lipoprotein, and also lipoprotein A, which were fundamental markers. Other markers such as homocysteine, sedimentation rates were also evaluated basically along with the Framingham standards. It should be noted that we also determined that the blood pressures, of course, heart rates, etc., and fundamental blood sugars at that time. We found that there were significant abnormalities in one family, and within the family, they were not all the same. What accounted for that? We also developed a program called MediFitness, which was designed to follow basic standards in mindset, diet, and exercise that we believed were the causes of many of these abnormalities. What happened was that we developed a program with the police and firemen that went through our program, multiple corporations that went through our program. And what did we find? When they finished our program, we noticed that there were changes in blood pressure, in weight, positive changes in weight, sugars, etc. And this created a individual that was essentially healthier. And they showed that in many ways. The fact is that these changes in the individual has been related now to the current thinking of epigenetics. And what is epigenetics? Epigenetics happens to be the science of the epigenome, which essentially is involved, the epigenome is involved with tags that will affect the DNA, such as methyl groups, other tags, histone, and non-messenger RNA. All of these things respond to what is above the genome, above the DNA. The DNA never changes, but the epigenome is the changing concept. It changes relative environment, makes changes relative to environment, relative to mindset, diet, and exercise. All of the ideas that I thought were related to health. As this is a very new and exciting field, and what it means is that individuals can change, that can change their longevity potentials. There are many other ways that these changes are affected, and I want you to understand that these ways are delineated in my books and on my website. My book, A Life of Optimal Well-Being, 2nd edition, is correlated to our website. And it is a very important concept because it tells us what we have to do to change and to affect our DNA through our epigenome, through all of these millions of tags that are out there, through how the methyl groups attach to the DNA because of changing factors, how the histones tighten around the DNA helix to express good genes or express genes and suppress other genes. All of this results in the changes that I've observed over the years. The books that I have written are designed to affect the epigenome. And it's not a question of following anything to a very strict degree. It's a question of understanding what's going on. And it's a question of taking the principles that are there and learning how to inculcate these principles into your lifestyle, how to change, how to affect, or how to turn on the good genes and turn off the bad genes. So, we'll be looking forward to you viewing our website, and I will be discussing the epigenetics to a much more extensive state at another time.